Greetings, friends, from the new and improved Sam. You can notice that by actually getting on exactly to the minute of when I said that I would. This is a strong and important message for this group that I'm very excited about. And so it is brought back from the beyond, where I have been residing over the last couple of days in my healing process. And so, you know that experiences of deep loss really profoundly touch us. And not just negatively, kind of tragedy and grief and all that. I almost mentioned in my video last night when I was ending about how I felt after my dad passed away, and the ways that I was touched myself by being so close to the portal between life and death, from going through that with my dad. That really did linger for months afterward, and gave me access to wisdom and to insights beyond my usual everyday self. That was definitely noticeable in my spiritual community in Minneapolis, where I was at the time. Especially since we would give a lot of intuitive guidance and feedback to one another. And so people were really struck of the things that I was tapping into during that period of time that was beyond my usual range of wisdom and insight. And so, that tapping into something otherworldly, I guess I feel that the process of my partner leaving has had a similar effect. And so I do feel like this is a strong message that feels particularly important for this group to hear. So I feel excited to bring it. So, the gender binary is a big aspect of our dysfunctional cultural programming. Welcome, Alistair. And you have recognized it as dysfunctional and realized that it didn't suit you. And you have taken steps for yourself to free yourself of that conditioning and to make different decisions to support your happiness. And you have become leaders and role models in that process through having the courage to go against your own programming. To do that. And so, you're upsetting some people who are still in the group mind. The idea that, we all must abide by this dysfunctional programming and all suffer the consequences together. Nobody can get free because, if you get free, then it will point out to me, not only that I'm not free, but that I could be free. And I don't really want to take responsibility for that. And so I'd rather just make sure that you can't get out. Or if you do, that you have some kind of extreme punishment for that freedom. So that's, the experience that a lot of us have been living. But you are also showing others who want to be free that freedom from captivity is possible. And you are showing them the path and inspiring their sense of what is possible, making it more real for them and making it them more able to find their own path. And so what I want you to know is that you can do this in any area of your life. And so if there is an area of your life that is causing you suffering, then you have the capacity to reject the dysfunctional programming underlying your unhappiness and to make a different choice that does support your happiness, the same as you are doing with regards to gender. And so if you are struggling with self-doubt and some part of you feels unworthy, then that is just an aspect of your dysfunctional programming, a bug in your software, hardware, software. I'm not sure, honestly, which one it is. Who implanted this belief that you are unworthy? And why are you continuing to choose to agree with it? And you can make a different choice around that at any time. So poverty consciousness, why are you allowing yourself to believe that you aren't meant for something better. So it is your birthright to have an abundant and supportive life. And your creator does not intend for your needs to go unmet. You are really meant to thrive. That is why you are here. Not to have a miserable existence, but to really enjoy yourself and to enjoy what life has to offer and to contribute in your highest way possible from your joy. Feeling unloved and unhelped, some of the things we've been talking about in here. There is abundant love and help that is all around us all the time. And so what will it take for you to be able to perceive that, to recognize it, and to allow it? And what is standing in the way of that for you? It is there waiting for you. But your belief that you're unlovable and unhelpable is what is blocking you from receiving it. And so that baggage from the past keeps us from experiencing all that is available to us in the now. But it is merely a dysfunctional belief, similar to the belief that there is a gender binary. It's just an aspect of your programming that can be changed, and you have the power to change it. Pretty much anytime you decide to change it, the same way that you rejected the dysfunctional training that your society gave you around gender in order to be able to create your own path of health and happiness. And so you have done it in this one area of gender. And so you can use the tools for how you did it with gender to be able to do that in any area of your life. And so what is the story that you are telling yourself and others about you and about your life? And do you feel happy with all of the aspects of that story? And if not, then let me help you to learn to tell a different story. You are creators. You are creating your own unique gender. I mean, do you know how huge that is? How monumental that is? Many of us are defying the laws of nature. And, given that, then, what is it that we can't do? And you are leaders. And so you are not